So this candy takes 3 cups of water, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, and four-pound bags of sugar. But we only mix 2 bags at a time because it's just too much for 4 bags. So you do it in steps. So 8 pounds of sugar, a cup and a half of water, and a teaspoon of vinegar. So I'm going to mix this up and turn it into a mortar, and I'll show you what I do from there. Okay, this is the sugar all mixed up to the consistency I like it. It clumps together, but it's not sopping wet. So I'm going to add that to this, but the first thing we're going to do is put a block right here in the corner, because this is going to be the access port, or the exit port for the bees. So right up against the corner, and then I start packing it in. I do this by hand. You can do it any way you want, but I prefer to do it by hand. I wanted to make sure that these overwinter, so I adopted his method. So I'm going to do this halfway, because we're only using the 8 pounds of sugar. So now I'm going to pull this out. And they have their little axis. Didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. You got to work with it. So I'll do the other side the same way, and I'll pull that out, and I'll show you when I'm done. The benefit of using this block is to make sure that they have ample access to all parts of the hive, and for airflow. Airflow is very important. So this works pretty good. We'll see in the spring if they survive. So in the shallow super, I drilled this 1-inch hole, and then I put a 1/2-inch mesh over that to keep the critters out. So the last thing I do is insert a piece of PVC in here like this, just above that hole, so the bees have access to the outside through that little hole right there. So now what I'm going to do is fill this up with wood shavings, and I'll show you when I get back. I use these coarse block planting shavings. I think they're pine shavings that a buddy of mine gives me, and I use that to block up the holes. So now I'll use the fine stuff. So here you go. The shallow super is filled up halfway with wood shavings, and I still have the PVC not covered, so they have access to the outside world through the top. All this shavings right here will be insulation, and it'll help wick moisture off the hive to hopefully help them make it through the winter. It's pretty cold up here. I'm here at my yellow hive. That's the strongest hive, so they're going to get treated first, because I don't want to take a chance of losing this one. So if any of them are going to go without one, it's not going to be this one. Today's my last day to probably do this. It's I should have done it earlier, but I'm taking advantage of the unseasonable weather. I believe it is December 8th, but I'm going for it. So what I got to do is I got my smoke. I'm going to hit them lightly with smoke. They're flying around, so it's warm enough. I don't have to worry about them freezing, so I want to be at least invasive as possible. The top box there, that burgundy one, has liquid feed in it, and I've been hitting them with liquid feed ever since, beginning of, mid-November. And they've been going strong with that, so I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take the burgundy box off, and then I'm going to put the candy board and the shavings on top of that and close it up, and that'll be it for the winter. And I'm hoping that they survive. We'll see. So I'm going to wait about another week, so that way it'll be mid-December, and it's a pretty good date for, making sure that the bears are hibernating, and you won't lose all your hives to a bear. So I'll leave it going one more week, and then I'll shut the electricity off. I haven't seen any chipmunks around. They hibernate, so bears a little hardier, so give them another week. So thanks for joining me on this episode of Homestead, New Hampshire 603. And everybody have a good holiday, and God bless.